Welcome to Passion for Books. My name is Kim, and today I'm bringing you my Library Loot series. So let's get into the books that I did get this time around. So the first two books, they are classic books. So the first one is Wuthering Heights. This is by Emily Bronte. I remember trying to read this book back in high school, or it might have been early in my college career, and I don't remember actually ever getting through this particular book. And now I remember why. One of the servants, he is extremely difficult to understand, very guttural sounds or very choppy with his words, and it might be part of just the dialect of this time period. So it is a little bit of a challenge to read, and I've only gotten into about 22 pages into the story. I am trying to make my way through it. I do not want to DNF this book, but it is going to be a challenge for me to actually read this book. So this is one of the classics, something I've always wanted to read, and hopefully this month I'm going to be able to persevere and get through this particular book. The next kind of classic book is by one of my favorite authors of this time period, is Jane Austen, and this is Emma. And this was one of, I think, Tia and all the books is one of her favorite books out of the Jane Austen books. And then another one that we both absolutely love is Pride and Prejudice. So this book has a lot to live up to, because Pride and Prejudice pretty much is the only book from Jane Austen that I have read. I might have read Sense and Sensibility. I know I've seen the production of it, but I don't remember if I've actually read Sense and Sensibility. But I enjoyed it as well. So I'm hoping this is going to live up to my expectation and the spunkiness and all of that was in Pride and Prejudice. So I am giving Emma a shot. So I can't wait to see what goes on with that book. I stumbled across this one, and I just thought it was absolutely hysterical the way that they had this author, Joanne Fluke is the author. But this is called The Red Velvet Cupcake Murder. I love Red Velvet Cake, and I just thought it was absolutely hysterical that the series of books, they're all murder mystery books, are named after sweet treats. I think there was a dark fudge brownie or something like that. So I'm going to give this author a try. I just, again, thought the name of the book was hysterical, so I cannot wait to dive into this book and see if the other books by this author is worth reading. So kind of a murder mystery style book, so I cannot, like I said, wait to dive into that. So this one I thought was kind of interesting. It's called The Good Neighbors by Holly Black and Ted Natheth. Okay. A very interesting book, kind of following kind of fae or something like that. I can't remember everything about this one, but she doesn't realize she's part of this other world, and all of the things that take place because of that. So I am going to give this one, and it actually reads in what I'm used to, left to right, front to back, versus how the other ones were. So I'm going to give it a shot again. I think I mentioned it in my update video on my Library Loot series, or in something, or one of my TBR updates. I can't remember which. But I mentioned that the back to front kind of threw me off with going in, and that my library did not have a huge selection of graphic novels. So we'll see how this one goes, and graphic novels may not be a genre for me. So we shall see. So interested in seeing how that one goes. And the last book that I got out of my library is by Stephen King. Finders Keepers is the name of the book. As you can tell, it looks very gory, so I have not read any of his newer books. I've read in the past Pet Sematary. I've read Silver Bullet by Stephen King. So I kind of knew going into it that it can be very graphic, and I know I've watched Misery, but I cannot remember if I've read the novel. And I will not pick up it at all, because I have seen the movie, the original one, not the new take on it, and I will not pick up the book because the movie was graphic enough, and I still have images to this day, and that's one of his that I will not ever pick up again to actually read, because I have all the visuals from the movie, and that was scary enough. So I'm interested in seeing how this takes place and if it's going to be as gory as the cover makes it appear. So I definitely need to give you an update on this. Okay, so Stephen King, so kind of a wide variety. Got a couple of murder mysteries, kind of a fantasy, and then some classical literature. So wide range. Hopefully I will not get tired with just one particular genre. And again, I have about 2 weeks on these books, but I think I can go online and renew them if I need to renew specific books if I haven't finished them. So again, hopefully none of these are going to be in DNF, because I do like to finish the books that I do start. And now that summer is here, I have a lot more time and energy to put into the books while still enjoying time with family and friends. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this installment of the Library Loot series. And until my next video, I hope you have a good one. Bye.